Hi guys, hope you're all doing well. This is my Liverpool versus Everton Merseyside derby massive room. It's ended Liverpool 2, Everton 0. Well, Liverpool 2, 10 men, Everton 0. As Everton obviously had a man sent off. So, yes, let's straight into it. Start 11 was obviously Alisson and Doe. Alisson, Arnold, Tenate, Van Dijk, and obviously Samitas in for the injured Andy Robertson, who's going to be out for the rest of the year. Midfield 3 are Cravenburst, Spotside, and Metallica. This is what I want the midfield to be from now on. And the front 3 was Salah, Jota, and Diaz. So probably surprising that Jota was in. To be honest with you, we all thought with Darwin Núñez obviously in a good run of form for Uruguay, and this season you have to say Darwin Núñez. You always think that Salah and Núñez is part of Liverpool's best front 3, while Diaz and Jota will battle it out for the other position. So yeah, we all knew Everton's game plan straight away. Everton's game plan was always just to sit back, stay in the game as long as possible, which was working, to be fair, for the majority of the game. And obviously, Everton's only chance really was probably in the first minute. With Calvert-Lewin. He needs to be doing better. For me, Calvert-Lewin. He beat Van Dijk in the air. Just not enough contact, not enough power to guide it into the back of the net from Calvert-Lewin. But yeah, I think that was straight from kick-off, wasn't it? It was straight from kick-off. And for me, that was probably Everton's best chance. Everton's best chance. And I imagine if Everton went 1-0 up there, it would have been even more worse towards to break Everton down. So, yeah, they've had, to be fair, Everton had huff and puff chances, but that was probably their best chance throughout the whole game. I'm not saying we were great. We weren't great attacking wise. We were pretty wasteful, in my opinion. If we weren't wasteful attacking wise, we would have stacked Everton, in my opinion. We would have stacked them up. Because they were there to be got at on the counter attack. Whenever we countered Everton, when Everton did obviously get men forward, they were there to be got at. But we were just wasteful in the final third. Diaz passing the ball behind our players. So not enough persistent on the pass. Not enough persistent on the pass. Then obviously Everton went down to 10 men through Ashley Young. First yellow card was a yellow card where he knew what he was doing. The experience of Ashley Young, he knew what he was doing. Just took out Diaz to stop him on the break. But the red card, I think it was a bit harsh. Because seeing replays after replay, he only casts Diaz on the studs. Look, it is a foul, let's be real, on Diaz. But do we have to send him off straight away? I don't think so, in my opinion. So I thought he was a bit harsh for him to get sent off. But at the end of the day, with the decisions that I've done against us, we fucking take it. We take the decisions done for us, to be honest with you. For me, Ashley Young should have been given a final warning, in my opinion. He should have been given a final warning from the referee. None of that ever again, please. No more of that. Otherwise, he will be off. That's what he should have done. So that's why I thought it was a bit harsh on Ashley Young. He wasn't really given a warning. He just got sent off straight away. But that's probably down to the Anfield crowd again. The Anfield crowd and the referee. The referee didn't know what decision to make. It's like to petrify the crowd. And I will be honest about that. It's the same in every stadium. For me. Anyways. But yeah, but when you go down to 10 men, these days in football, it's actually quite hard to beat 10 men. So you rather still have the 11 men on the field than the 10 men, because 10 men in recent times can actually go on to really win the game, and there's something out of the game. But we did get our fortune in the second half. We did struggle. We were struggling to break Everton down until the last 20 minutes of the game, where we did get a penalty. Michael Keane's arm was out. It is a penalty. It is a penalty because Michael Keane's arm is out. If Michael Keane's arm was just by his side, yeah, it's not a penalty, is it? Even if it did hit his hand and his arm by his side, it's not a penalty. But his arm is way out. It's a definite penalty. And it's a heck of a coincidence, isn't it? Manchester United players basically gifted Liverpool the victory. To be honest with you, with Ashley Young getting sent off and Michael Keane getting obviously the Man United youngster. Obviously, it's not his fault. It just the ball hit his hand and it's just unlucky, but his arm's out. So Mo Salah, who was being poor all game, but that's world class players for you. That is world class players for you. They can be poor all game, and they can turn up with a goal, and they can get a goal. A penalty is a pressure moment. I don't get this nonsense when people say, "Oh, he's a penalty merchant." It's the same with Bruno Fernandes. I don't know why people are criticising them. It's a pressure moment. Taking a penalty. A lot of pressure on you. I think penalties are very underrated, in my opinion. I think they're very underrated. Even if you store constant penalties like Harry Kane does and Salah does, they are pressure moments. And a lot of pressure on you. And so they're very underrated for me. Salah stolen a penalty. Bruno Fernandes stolen penalties as well. And for me, Salah is a world-class player. And the second goal to finish it off in added time proved it, in my opinion. The penalty, by the way, brilliant penalty from Salah. And the second goal in added time to finish the game off. A brilliant play from Liverpool. Núñez taking his time, composed to find Salah to shot it into the back of the net, and it was a great breakaway, and that was from Everton corner as well, wasn't it? From Everton corner, and Everton may feel hard done by, but we are the better team. We were the better team. Let's be real, because we had the possession. Everton's plan was to take the 0-0 at the start of the game, where you keep staying the game as long as possible. For me. So that's what it was all about, really, for Everton. So we were the better team in that sense. But did we do enough to break Everton down? Probably not. But we did eventually break them down once. Once we scored that penalty, then Everton had to start opening up. So yeah, but Mo Salah still had a poor game for me. He was still poor despite scoring the 2 goals for me. Still had a poor game. Don't agree with him getting man of the match for me. Oh, sorry, it's player of the match now. We have to say player of the match. If you know, you know. Yeah, fucking some snowflakes out there. But I was shocked Wayne Provenburst came off, really. I thought Wayne Provenburst was decent. It was sick. In midfield. I thought McAllister was poor in midfield. I think McAllister's been quite poor recently. I was impressed with him against Chelsea on opening day in that defensive midfield role, but I think he's been quite poor recently, McAllister. So for me, the standouts were probably Provenburst and Spotside, in my opinion. Spotside, he's immense, isn't he? He's immense in that midfield forwards. Trotter wasn't bad. I thought Trotter was decent as well. I actually rate Trotter over Diaz, to be honest. I would actually start Trotter over Diaz for me. In my personal opinion, because Diaz, even since he's came back from injury, he's not been the same Diaz that first came into Liverpool. So he's been struggling with an injury. But Diaz is still decent. He's still decent, but he is not the same Diaz that came in. So I would actually start Salah, Núñez, Jota in the next game. In the next year game, that is. As a front three. And the midfield, I would drop Matanza in the next game, and I would put Endo. I would put Endo in to play in that defensive midfield role and put Tom versus Spotside either side of midfield. That's what I would do. Alexander Arnold and Samitas, awful crossing, awful aimless crossing for me. Why are they crossing? Why are they crossing when Everton have got a tall defence? It's just aimless crosses, and they don't deal with them very well. Gerard Bromford, shout out to Gerard Bromford, by the way, tall defender. From Taro as well. From Taro, who Everton signed. From Taro for $1 million. And I said it back then, Gerard Bromford, he's a future Indian centre-back, trust me. He defended really well. For Everton yesterday. In the Merseyside derby as well. But he's got that experience now, hasn't he? He's played in Hoover for PSV on his own spell as well. So a future Indian centre-back for me, Gerard Bromford. And I said it back then when Everton signed him. If you can develop him even more, he'll be a future Indian centre-back, Gerard Bromford. And I thought Everton's midfield were very comfortable, in my opinion. Everton's midfield, Onana, Doucouré, and who's the other one? Is it Dana? Yeah, it was Dana, wasn't it? Who was the S-My United on. So they're pretty comfortable, the Everton midfield, in my opinion. So we didn't play that well attacking-wise. We didn't play that well. We were solid defensively because Everton sat back. But attacking-wise, we were still wasteful, in my opinion. And if we weren't that wasteful, we would have scrapped Everton, in my opinion. In my personal opinion, anyways. So, but we got the 3 points, and that's what you want. If you don't play well, and if you're wasteful attacking-wise, but you still get the 3 points, it's a champions thing. It's a winners. That's what makes you winners, and what makes you champions, in my opinion. I'm not saying win the title race, but it's still far too early to say that, but I don't see why we can't compete at the top of the Premier League. I don't see why we can't compete at the top of the Premier League where we should be, because we've got the forward depth. Haven't we? We've got the forward depth. It's just needs slight improvements. We need probably a more natural defensive midfielder in there, and the defence needs to stop playing the high line. Then we can challenge, in my personal opinion. So yeah, it's been, for me, I still think it's been so far so good for Liverpool this season. I think it has been so far so good. Top 4 was the aim at Leeds, wasn't it? Step back in the top 4, back in the Champions League. Then win the Europa League, of course, as well, because we haven't won it. So that was always the aim. So yeah, and that's really my thoughts really on the game. And but yeah, feel free to see your thoughts down below in the game down below in the comments. Take care, stay safe, see you later. Wasteful, we were wasteful attacking wise, but we get the 3 points. Up the Reds, get in Reds, and we take the pride in Reds in the Merseyside derby. Up the Reds, get in.